So we're on day 18 of a national emergency for the global pandemic killer virus, the coronavirus, aka COVID 19. Many people believe that the virus started in China many months ago. But China originally, at least some people from the hierarchy in China, had blamed America that months leading into the virus exploding in their country, there was a military exercise with the U.S. Armed Forces, and that the U.S. Armed Forces planted this virus to destroy or to hurt China. And they went back and forth, and there's a variety of different conspiracies that are floating out there that there's more to what's going on than what we're being told. Why is that important? Why talk about it? Because it's a trust issue. And in life, if you're going to go forward, you're going to have to learn to trust some things, even if it's just yourself, even if it's just doing something, because fear is a paralyzing emotion. Fear can be good because, again, it's good that you fear heights a little bit. I mean, if you just jump off a bridge, you can't fly. But there's plenty of people with mental problems, and we all have mental problems. But you'll really see it online where people struggle mentally, where they're obsessed with a conspiracy theory. OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, is a level of obsession mentally with something, and you can't let go of it. Like even when I was young, like I used to touch like the remote control a couple times because like I felt like if I didn't do it, something bad would happen. And a conspiracy theory is in that mindset of you're obsessed with something and it's an unhealthy latching onto that keeps you paralyzed. Fear releases endorphins in our body. And that's why many people, they go to horror movies or they go to the tall ride at Great Adventure because that adrenaline makes them excited. And it is exciting to think about this deep, deep, dark mystery that maybe something sinister is behind this. That's the kind of definition of a conspiracy, is it's a sinister or manipulative thing that's behind what's going on. Now, to add balance, sometimes there is a conspiracy. A lot of times we aren't told 100% what's going on, and there's a level of truth, if not a lot of truth, to this dark mystery. So I don't want to speak down to those who expose some level of hidden truths. But what I'm here to tell you tonight, at the core of the message tonight, is that you will have an unhealthy mind and you will never get out of your house if everything is a conspiracy theory. If you believe that every airplane gives off chemtrails, if you believe that a 5G phone will basically give you microwave radiology, you're never going to be able to apply for a job on your phone. You're never going to walk outside your house. You might as well just wrap yourself in a safe bubble because fear has paralyzed you to masturbating to the adrenaline that is exerted when you feel fear. You're obsessed with it. Alex Jones, who's a big proponent of giving life to a lot of conspiracies, and sometimes he has a level of truth in what he's saying. He's not all bad. But what happened was he had said like the Sandy Hook shooting was a big conspiracy theory. They were all actors and the children that died were fake. And eventually, like he admitted that he was wrong and he got sued by the parents of the children that died. And when he went to testify in court, he said that he gave in to the people online that were feeding him paranoia. And he blamed it on basically mental cases, people with mental problems online for encouraging him to believe in all these conspiracy theories. But he himself was playing the game. Like I say, it always takes two to tango. And he was the leader of these people. Now, some people are going to have mental problems where they'll never let go of fear. And some conspiracies are fact. They uncover a sinister truth that the powers to be tried to hide. So I'm not speaking down to investigation or questioning of facts. I'm not. However, I want to make this point. You will never leave your house if you don't trust anything. Like at a certain point, guys, like you get your brakes done at the car mechanic. I mean, you have to trust that the brakes are done. I remember, like, I could be a little bit paranoid myself. That's why I'm a loner. So I don't want to speak down to anyone. Like, I remember when I lived in a house, I lived in a townhome community, and sometimes I would do work for like the older ladies or whatever, like, hang a ceiling fan or do some work in their house. And like to show appreciation, if I didn't charge them, they would leave like a bag of soup, like homemade soup. They would leave it on my doorstep. And I would take the soup, like I would see they left it for me, and I would take it upstairs. I'll throw it in my sink. I'll throw it out. Because I ain't eating that soup. Who knows what they put in it? Like I was, and I still like that. Like if someone gives me like something that isn't sealed, like I won't eat it. Like I throw it out, say, oh, that was delicious. Like I'll lie to them and tell them I ate it. Because a little bit of paranoia, like, keep you alive. You don't know what some of these old ladies trying to trick you. So I want to show empathy, and I want to show that I understand that, look, I don't trust a lot of things. I understand the obsessive compulsive disorder. But what I want to share with you, especially to my online community, because you see it very often, and a lot of people with mental issues, and we all have mental issues, so I'm not speaking down to anyone. But I'm just trying to say, as you try to go forward in life, you're going to see a lot of people online are obsessed, number one. And number two, the fear of obsessing over a conspiracy specifically keeps them from being able to go outside their house. It keeps them from being able to function in society. It keeps them from being able to use their phone. And it keeps unhealthy friends, unhealthy relationships, even if it's online, it keeps them in their life. So instead of them like opening their mind, guys, life is risky, okay? Driving is one of the most risky things. 3,000 people per day die in driving. So there's no conspiracy theory behind that. Driving is dangerous as hell. That's why I'm trying to automate that and get cars to, like, get computers to drive, and then there'll be a conspiracy theory about that. But I want you to think about this. When medical science started to improve and people started doing like open heart surgery, which has saved many lives, the human lifespan has extended as humans evolve. Think about all the conspiracy theories about what people would say about open heart surgery. I mean, people say about like vaccines. Like a lot of people are scared of them. And maybe there's some truth to it, maybe not. But guys, I mean, there's a reason that human life, the life expectancy has expanded. It's because of open heart surgery, vaccines, etc. So every medical advancement, everything that was once spooky and scary, it's not all evil, okay? Nah, it's not. Because, you would die at the age of 30 if you were in the caveman era when you didn't have any modern, technology. Your microwave's not evil. Like there's some people that it's a conspiracy about 5G phones, but they use a microwave to heat up their hot pockets in their mom house. They're men going their own way. They're going crazy online. They can't get out of their head. Now, again, some things that are uncovered it's good that people question truth, okay? It's good that people question. Don't let me say that it's bad to question things. That's healthy and that's good. What I'm trying to tell you is you have to balance that with a level of trusting in life. Because, life is already risky. But if you live with a fear mentality, obsessive mentality, like when I was a kid, you will never let go of that remote control. I share with you, I had a obsessive compulsive disorder. I don't know what it was. Like, it was a remote control in the chair. I used to touch it a certain amount of times. I couldn't let go. But guys, you don't want to stay in your chair touching your remote control all your life. You'll never live. So you have to learn, even if you struggle, to let go of some things that you think are like a conspiracy. Some things are. Maybe decades from now, we'll find out this virus was some sinister thing. It's possible. I don't put anything past anyone. Like if someone tell me like, oh, that person you knew they're a child molester? Oh, that person did this? I don't put anything past anyone. Like I say, I don't trust many people. If an old lady leaves me soup, like I did back in the day, I throw that soup out. So, but at the same time, guys, I live in society. I mean, I go outside, I travel, I explore, I meet new people, I try new things. And I'm allowed, at a certain point, you have to say, look, you got to live life. You can't live in a safe bubble. So my message tonight is question things, but also trust things for the fact that you have to live. Because living in fear, living in a bubble of a conspiracy theory will suffocate your creative juices, your relationships, and your mental health. And that's fact. All right, guys. If you appreciate the message, I appreciate you click that thumbs up, share the video. And if some old lady gives you soup, I ain't mad if you throw it out and tell her it was good, though. I ain't mad, Dad. Let's take a hydration break. And there's some people disappointed that I didn't give them a dark conspiracy theory. They're a little bit upset with me. They're like, damn it, I want to hear the conspiracy. I understand. It's exciting. It's exciting. There's some girls I knew that they wanted to go on the toll ride at Great Adventure. And if you take them on the bumper cars, they're not excited. How are they doing now? Well, they've been divorced twice. Their ex-husband has a restraining order, and they lived a very exciting life. Meanwhile, me, I got no kids, and I'm cruising through life. I ain't mad at that. And I got no divorces. I ain't mad at that. All right, let's read all live comments. I appreciate you guys. From Florida, what's up, brother? Love you, dude. I love you, and I love Florida, man. You know I got a special place for you. I posted 3 videos. You can check them out if you want. I will, because I believe in supporting people as long as they're positive overall, because look, guys, I do believe, like I would get a job, I would try to get someone else a job. If I'm successful, I like to try to encourage other people to be successful. I don't want people to worship me, so I'll check out your channel. I'll encourage other people to check it out. Obviously, I'm not for like aimless promotion, but I'm all for like, look, if I can help someone else out, that ain't a big burden on me to say, look, I'll check your channel out, I'll watch it, I'll support it. From Florida, True Sammy speaking facts. Florida, Sammy, on fire tonight, I'm doing the best I can. Thank you. From Florida, I think it's a good thing that you have OCD because you will always be clean. Well, I don't have that type of OCD. I'm only taking 1 shower a week right now in this Nomad. At the truck stop, I got to drive like 2 hours to, man. Right now, Nomad suffering, man. So what I can tell you is I ain't that clean, man. I got a dirty car. That's true. A little bit. I got to be honest. From Florida. You're the best thing, man. I'm doing the best I can. Mr. Smith, what's up, man? Shout out to all my guys out there like the big chicks. So some of you girls out there, you have an obsessive compulsive disorder with eating disorders. I had an eating disorder. I was obese, and then I got down. I was damn near anorexic. So when you're anorexic, what are you doing? You're struggling with a mental disorder. You can't accept, or you're scared that you're going to gain weight, even if it's a little bit amount of calories. Okay. And so that mentally you're obsessed with it and you can't let go. It's like a conspiracy theory. It's the same mindset. But however, if you basically killed yourself to stay like paper thin, and then a coronavirus hits and you died, you would have been better off having a Twizzler at night to have some enjoyment. However, from a guy who also been obese, don't eat 5 bags of Twizzler and say, fuck it, I'm going to die of obesity. Okay. You got to find balance. If you look at my videos, they're about mainly balance to a certain extent. Now, some people look at my videos and they don't care anything. They just automatically click the thumbs down. They're obsessed with me. They used to be part of my channel, then I blocked them. Now they're obsessed. And they have the conspiracy theory mind. Chemtrails, 5G, I hate Sammy, and there's nothing I can do to save you because that's just who you are. I try to give you good information, but nothing I do is good enough for you. Mr. Smith, yeah, shout out to all my guys like big girls. I can't take this. I'm moving to Oregon to be with Valerie. Well, be careful, man. You may end up getting the divorce, then becoming men going their own way. You don't want to use the 5G phone. Everything's a conspiracy theory. You were once a happy-go-lucky guy that was dating big chicks, living on the road carefree. However, the coronavirus and the national shutdown got you discouraged because you had to drive an hour to a truck stop and spend $12. Now you move to Oregon. You date Valerie. Valerie, after about 6-8 months dating with you, that's about the average lifespan of a relationship. She decides basically to start giving you sarcastic comments because she don't like your big ass. And then you start to feel insecure. Then you start to obsess over her more. That obsession of her more puts her off more. Now she hates you more because you're suffocating her. Now she wants you out. Now you're heartbroken. You put off the dreams of your own life. You haven't been taking care of yourself. You haven't been working on yourself. Now you're searching where everyone searches for answers. You're going online. So now you find men going their own way. A bunch of people with mental disorders living in their mom house. They hate women instead of just working on themselves. And they type in all type of nasty shit. And now some good things men going their own way have is that they're focusing on self-care. But self-care starts with taking accountability. So if you're trying to get out of your pain by going to see Valerie, you're not taking accountability. You're asking Valerie to save you. Valerie can't save you. See some chick that's probably struggling with an eating disorder, probably is insecure about her own self, okay? She's looking for validation with a filtered profile picture, okay? She probably got the coronavirus because she's in Seattle where the rates are high. And all of a sudden, you're going into the belly of the beast, totally unprepared for the realities of life. So, brother, what I'm trying to tell you right now is stay positive, stay in your truck, and don't move in with a woman, okay? The last thing you need to do in a crisis The last thing you need to do in a crisis is add to the drama, add to the stress by adding someone else in your life. Right now, if you're single, guys, you're in a driver's seat, okay? Look after an elderly relative if you need to. If not, drive an hour to a truck stop and suck it up because we got another month or so. Then you'll be out of Dodge, hopefully. Let's continue. From Florida, Mr. Smith. Have you ever been to Florida, Mr. Smith? I've been to Kissimmee. That's in Orlando area. Now, I got to be by the coast, guys, because I got to be by the ocean. Lenny, this is getting real good. I gave it the best I got. I appreciate that. Easy Rider. Hey, Sammy. How you doing today? Overall, I feel good because I feel healthier. I'm recovering from my cold, whether it was the coronavirus conspiracy or whether it was some guy who coughed in the all-night gas station. But what I can tell you is this. I feel better today. Thank you, brother. From Florida. Okay, at least you have been to Florida. Rob, living in a car takes a lot of courage. Thank you, Rob. I mean, I don't want to over pat myself on the back. Living in your car is a primitive life. What takes courage is walking away from the safety net of a stable living environment, whether it's an apartment you rent or a house you own. That does take a level of courage. However, I evaluated my risk. The biggest thing you can do is keep a job, whether you work at Walmart, DoorDash, or a corporation, so that you have income that if, God forbid, it doesn't work out living on the road, you can go back into an apartment or house or whatever. And the second thing is you have to keep a routine, okay? So I still wake up on time. I'm still productive. My biggest thing that I struggle with right now is hygiene, but it's because of the national lockdown or whatever. But to a certain extent, I appreciate your compliment, and you are correct. It does take a level of courage, but I definitely planned, and I definitely don't try to oversell you guys on the Nomad life. What I try to tell you you are taking a higher level of risk. Okay, right now, you'd be like it'd be like not practicing social distancing. You're taking more risk. However, the reward is, you're not attached to things. So I don't think it's that great for an elderly person or someone who struggles physically or mentally. Like if you have physical or mental problems, I would not recommend you live on the road because it's an unstable environment. And when you have physical or mental problems, you're not less than anyone, okay, but you need a more stable environment. For the most part, there's exceptions. Okay, same thing for an elderly person. If I was 75, would I still be living like I'm living? No. Not because I think less of elderly people. It's because it's a higher risk and you need more stability the older you are, you need more comfort. So you have to evaluate your age, your health, your individual circumstance, which I did, and then you have to evaluate what your plan is and your exit strategy. Now, if you're kicked out of your house and you have no other option, then, sometimes life, you got to do whatever you got to do. Now, there are programs out there. There's homeless shelters. Some of them are shit. But look, guys, I mean, sometimes it's shit or get off the pot. I mean, it's just what life is. So I didn't create this world. I've volunteered at shelters. I volunteered at soup kitchens. Some of them are decent. Some of them are crap. It's just like everything else. But in my opinion, if you have the physical and mental ability to work. Not because I want to see you work till you die, but I want to see you have independence so you can live a more fulfilled life. That's how I tell people. Thank you, Rob. Lenny. Lastly, I've been running at the local track. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, walking. Early before the enemy wakes up. Well, waking up early is a win. Good job, Lenny. And walking is a win. Now, I don't run because I'll be 40 years old this year, and that puts too much strain on the ligaments. I found that walking at a good pace and taking breaks is healthy for me. But you are good to get that heart rate up. Good job. King Jong-un, what's up, man? Shout out to Canada. I think we're going to see these conspiracy theories getting banned from social media soon. Big love from England. Oh, you're from England? I'm sorry, I thought you were from Canada. Well, again, I don't know if I agree with banning them completely. Alex Jones would always play the game, but I mean, I'm for freedom of speech. And some conspiracies are correct. Not all conspiracy theories are wrong, so I try to be fair. But it is a balance of everything, look, guys, even if everything is a conspiracy, even if the coronavirus was created by a government, even if they're using this to practice soft martial law, what are you going to do? Are you going to live your whole life in a safe bubble, clutching your gun, never trusting anyone or anything? You might as well be dead. So it's like, at a certain point, you have to trust some things. Now again, would I still eat soup that an old lady left at my doorstep? No, I told you. When they would leave soup on my doorstep, I would throw it out and I told them it tastes good because I didn't want some old lady to poison me. So it's a balance, and for everyone, it's going to be different. But I'm here to encourage anyone who struggles or anyone who has a passion for conspiracy theories. I don't think you're totally wrong. I just want to encourage you to go after your passion, to research things, but also take a step back and live life. I think that's a very fair statement. Buck, what's up, man? Shout out to Florida. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well, too. I appreciate you. This corona is such a mess. It is, brother. And I know South Florida's on lockdown. So like I tell you and like I tell myself, Buck, you just do the best you can. Take life one day at a time, brother. God bless you. Just there, hang loose. I appreciate that. From Florida. I know, right? Living in a car is a great challenge. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it's definitely a challenge now. There's no doubt about it. Now, I tell everyone who's going to live in their car, buy the basic camping pass 1,000 Trails membership. Basic camping pass. For under $1,000 a year, you can camp. Look on the website of the 1,000 Trails camping grounds. You can camp there pretty much unlimited if you move every 4 days, as long as those campgrounds are in your area, and they're still open. Some have closed and some have changed their scheduling. But if you're in Florida, all the 1,000 Trails are still open. I checked. Okay. So you'll have to maybe go to a state that they have them, but they will allow you to have a RV lot, whether you're a tent camper or you have an RV. You got full utility hookups, and the bathrooms, the common bathrooms, are still open. Guys, you can't live cheaper than that and have safe, legal parking, because you can legally live in a vehicle if you are parked legally. Now, there are some municipalities that ban it, but not if you're at a campground. You can go to a campground, which 1,000 Trails is, and you can park there. Now, you have to make sure they have tent camping if you're living out of your car, and you got to be a tent camper, even if you just put up the tent and you stay in your car. Or if you have an RV, it's a win. You got full utility hookups. That's your tiny house. So I think that is the answer that all nomads, even if you don't use it all the time, I don't use it all the time, but I always have that as a resource. If the crap hits the fan, my home is 1,000 Trails campground. Okay. And that's what you should do. Good job. Lana, aka Zach. Hey, Nomad, you feeling better today? I am, Zach. Thank you for that encouragement. I hope you and your family are doing well. That's my brother, Al, Illinois. Shout out to you, man. He had surgery in December, and he's healing up. It's great to hear from you, man. I'm glad you're doing well, brother. God bless you, Illinois. Always thinking about you, man. From Florida. Nomad, you sound like yourself again. I'm feeling better. Let me tell you something, guys. I tell you, when I'm depressed, I hate life. I curse God. When I feel good, there's something to be said about when you snap back from a injury or a bad mental day or bad mental week, or when you get out of the slump, you feel better. Now, some people never get out of the slump. I can't speak to everyone's truth. That's not my job. If someone puts the burden on you to speak their truth, like sometimes I tell my mom, when she puts all her worry on me, I say, Ma, I love you, I respect you, but don't put all your shit on me. And if some mental case, I don't talk down to them, I don't think I'm better than them, I think we all have mental issues. But if they put their mental burden on me, like, that's not how I feel. It's not my job to tell everyone how you feel. It's my job to be myself, okay? And I try to provide a safe environment for people who are fair to me. But guys, if you're not trying to, I tell my own mother, take it easy. So you damn sure I'm going to tell someone online, take it easy, okay? If I ain't going to quarantine you and then block you for life, okay? Because that's how I get down, 100. All right, let's continue. Rob. What conspiracy do you think this might be true? I don't know, Rob. Like I say, there's a couple out there. I don't know. That's the truth, number one. Number two is I just know I have to live within my reality, which is I have limited public resources. We can't travel to a certain extent, and I have to make the most of my life until they resume. So I try to stay informed. I try to listen to a variety of opinions, but at the end of the day, you got to deal with reality. So I don't really get too soaked up into it. Like, I don't watch horror movies. I don't go on the high rides because, I just could do more productive things with my time, and it's not going to change anything. However, I respect those who have a passion to investigate truths. However, what I can tell you is if you spend your whole life investigating truths, you're never going to build your life. You're never going to have healthy relationships. You're like Alex Jones, he's trying to uncover all these conspiracy theories. Meanwhile, he got divorced, his kids doesn't like him, and he turned into an alcoholic. So guys, who are you really helping? Because if you can't even take care of your own house with your own relationships, what does it matter if you uncover a conspiracy? Start with yourself. That's not a conspiracy. Good job. Roy, after living in my car for about 2 years, I just signed a 4-year lease for an apartment. Okay. Oh, 4-month lease. Okay. Because all my resources have closed down. I can understand why. Hopefully this will be over soon. Well, Roy, that's good. And you still have flexibility. A Nomad's number one asset is flexibility. So you, like my man AJ, who lived down in Miami out of his Prius, he also signed a short-term lease. So after 4 months, you're back to having flexibility. Whether you want to renew the lease, whether you want to go back to a car or vehicle or buy a travel trailer, you still have maximum flexibility. So you did the wise decision to get stable in this emergency. And in 4 months, you're not married to that apartment. You still can change, and you can, based on what the reality of the circumstance is. Because in 4 months, like, is it going to matter if it's a conspiracy theory? No, in 4 months, you need to know the reality of what you can do and how you can move. And that's what most people have to do. From Florida, coronavirus cases in Florida rising like crazy. Well, like they say, Donald Trump, our president, was on TV today, and he said, along with the doctors, that the next 2 weeks are going to be hell. He said the cases are going to increase, and we're going to go through a rough patch. Most states have banned most things till at least May. And they said we're going to freeze things for at least another 30 days. Tomorrow will be April 1st as I make this video. So we're looking at least another month of society being shut down, period. So Florida is a breeding ground, in my opinion, because it had international travel, definitely in Miami. Okay, you had spring break recently, and you have an older population. Some states that aren't testing at a good rate, you're not going to really be able to tell about the cases. But as people get sick in these coming weeks and they go to the hospital, that's when testing will, look, when you get that sick and you need to be on a ventilator or something happens, you're going to get tested for everything. Okay. So, but if you just have like under the weather, like I said, I've heard estimates that 80% of the population will get it. Donald Trump and the doctor said today, like, look, if they didn't do social distancing and lock down the country, they believe at least 2 to 3 million people would have died. Okay. Now they estimate anywhere between 100,000 and 300,000 people will die. America has approximately 300 million people plus in the country. So if 3 million people die, that would be 1% of the population in America. If 300,000 people died, what would that be, like 0.5%? So in a percentage instant of society, it's small. However, how many people died from the Civil War? 600,000. How many people died in Vietnam? 50,000. And that was over the course of many months, if not years. So for a couple 100,000 people to die in the course of a few weeks or a couple months, that's a lot of deaths based on historical facts of human history. So it is something, whether it's a conspiracy theory of whatever, or the bottom line is if people die, it's a reality that we all have to deal with. It's true. Mr. Smith, conspiracy theories are just for entertainment. Well, I respect your comment, but I would disagree a little bit because I want to show respect, and there has been some conspiracy theories that have been proven to be fact. Now, again, can sometimes people obsess over them, and then they become unhealthy minded where they don't trust anything in society. They have unhealthy relationships. They won't try anything new, and they freeze themselves in fear. Yes. So what I preach in life is balance, okay? Now, we're all different, though, because some people say, Sam, you're living an extreme life. How can you preach balance? It's true. So for some people, I live a very extreme life. So, we're all individuals, but I'm just trying to encourage people to be mindful that you don't get locked into the fear and the drama of a conspiracy. At the same time, it's okay to question things to a healthy extent, but you have to move. You have to keep going. Don't get frozen in your house. Not healthy. From Florida, yay. Lefty, what's up, man? Heart disease, pneumonia, and medical malpractice. 3 biggest killers. Well, thank you for that comment, Lefty. I know when I did research on the 3 biggest preventable causes of death, number 1 was tobacco related, and cigarettes kill 500,000 people per year in America, and they're legally sold. That's capitalism. And that's throughout the countries, even in communist countries. Number two, I believe, was alcohol or obesity. And I forgot what number three was. I think number three was infections from the hospital itself. So those were the top three preventable things. Like if you smoke and if you obsessively drink, look, you're cutting your life expectancy down. Some people say, Sam, I don't care. I'd rather smoke and drink. That's how I enjoy life. I understand. I used to do both. And at one point, I really didn't want to stop smoking cigarettes. But eventually I said, look, I just don't want to do it anymore. So, look, everyone has the right to do what they want. But I'm just trying to tell you that if you stop smoking cigarettes and if you stop drinking, you really increase your health. Now, can you still get hit by a bus? Can a big chick still sit on your face and suffocate you? Sure. So, look, take your chances. I don't know what to tell you. From Florida, facts. Thank you, brother. From Florida. Everyone spammed a fire emoji. Well, I do appreciate the fire emoji. Thank you. King Jong-un. Every death is going to be a corona related for a while. Possible. What they're trying to do is avoid the hospitals. Like people are still going to have heart attacks. People are still smoking, eating unhealthy. My mom has diabetes. She's obese. She eats unhealthy. So God forbid she has a heart attack or a stroke, okay, which happens all the time. And she has to go to the hospital, but the hospital's flooded with coronavirus cases. That's where the pinch on the system exists. And that's what societies are scared of. Because look, again, you know, the coronavirus is still probably going to kill a smaller percentage of the human population. However, if the regular people living life have a stroke or if they slip and they break their ankle, if you add that plus the coronavirus, then you have the hospitals and the infrastructure strained, and then you have people dying in masses that don't need to and that suffer while they get hurt. And that's what they're trying to avoid through shutting down the governments and the system. Now, is all this a scam to practice soft martial law or practice to see what the environment's like if no one drives? Like I saw a satellite image today, like showing like how healthy the air is because all the cars aren't on the road. You know, so I mean, there's so many conspiracies out there. What are true? Guys, I'm not God. I'm a regular person in society. Okay, I know just as much as most other people. Okay, all we can focus on is what we do know. Question things if we want to question them, but we have to be able to trust some things to move forward. We have to. Lefty. Do you know who Edward Jenner is? No, I do not. From Florida 5, thank you, man. Not all. From Florida, Sammy. Do you know what Live PD is, that TV show? I never heard of that. I don't know that. Lila Akizak. Uncle Walt Roseman feeling much better. Good, man. Every day, every week. Yeah, see, Lila has a family member in a nursing home who's sick. So in addition to them having to take care of that person for their regular sickness, they got to take care of people that get the coronavirus. And that's where strain comes. Ryan. Arkansas checking in. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, Ryan. Shout out to Arkansas, man. Troy, accurate. Thank you, Troy. Easy Rider. Sam. Why don't you look into a portable shower to bird bath in a small stove to make coffee and little meals to save until this virus is over? Just a thought. I appreciate your thought. But stay positive and keep showing up. I appreciate that very much, Easy Ride. I appreciate your support. Yeah, the problem with that now, at this point, it's a good comment, but I'm in New Jersey, so it's too cold to really take a bird bath outside. It won't get warm in New Jersey till a couple weeks. If I was in Florida, I would consider that. If I was tent camping in 1,000 Trails, 1,000 Trails campgrounds still have showers. So supposedly 1,000 Trails campgrounds open in New Jersey in the middle of April. So I could take a shower there. So I'm trying to either make it to the middle of April or I may leave the state. I don't know. I may get an RV before then. I don't know that either. But for a portable shower, I don't want to invest in that because that's my long-term plan at this point. Even if the coronavirus ends quickly, is I'm either going to be back in a campground taking a shower there very shortly. I'm going to get an RV. So for me to invest in a more portable shower, it would be like if I was in the beginning of my car living journey. I'm on the third year of my car living journey. I don't think I'm going to do this another 3 years. I may not do another 3 months. I'm probably going to either get a travel trailer or something. I don't know. So at this point, that's why I wouldn't invest in that. But it's a good question. A good comment, I mean, from Florida. Orlando, Florida in the house. Well, I love Florida. 704, baby. I'm not mad at you. Forgive me for saying the name wrong. Coin Master. Oh, what's up, man? They only want us, he put obey in all caps. They're testing us and checking how far they can go. Well, again, I appreciate your comment, and I don't know. I mean, that's honest. I want to be honest with you. At the same time, all I would tell you, Coin Master, is you still have to live life. I mean, you're still going to have to function and have a healthy mind, healthy relationships. And so I'm not mad at you questioning why it's happening. I think that's healthy too. But I'm just encouraging you that in life, like just going outside your house is scary. Satellites that give us the ability to use the internet are scary. But to never use the internet, to never do anything, to never get your brakes done and then drive out of the dealership and hope that your brakes work, you'll never live life. So there's some things in life that you're just going to have to accept that are risky and that you're just going to take a shot on. Now, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. You have to live your life. I respect people as long as they're positive, they're not hurting anyone. So that's your opinion. You're not hurting anyone. So as long as you're not hurting yourself, brother, because that's what I seen. Like, just like when I was young and I would obsess over the remote control, I had OCD. I would touch it too many times. I was hurting myself because that mental obsession is keeping you from forming relationships, trying new things, and putting yourself out there in life. Are you going to get hurt in life? Yes. Are people going to hurt you? Are things going to hurt you? Yes. But if you don't want to get hurt, you stay in your house, you live in your mom's basement, and you hurt yourself. It's a balance. Hey, Nomad, check video on YouTube. Funny video called Stay Stuck Home. Walt Rosman sent email. Okay. Easy Rider, big facts. Thank you. Mr. Smith, Sam, you should give more relationship advice. I appreciate that. You're very knowledgeable. I've done a bunch of videos on relationships. I'm going to do more. My new Patreon, Nick, he was actually telling me he found my channel because he went through a painful divorce. And divorce is one of the most painful things. I mean, I have compassion on men going their own way because a lot of them are sensitive, they're sensitive guys that got hurt, okay? And I respect that. But they put all the blame on the other person. Guys, a relationship is risky, okay? And so you take a chance. Buying a stock is risky. You take a chance. You have to own it, whether it goes right or wrong. But my man Nick from Spain, he reached out to me and said, Sam, your videos helped me because I was going through a painful divorce, and the words that you give to just put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward, he goes, it helped him in some way. That's basically what he told me, and I appreciate that. And that's what I apply to my own life, because I tell you guys when I hate life. And I tell anyone who's in a deep obsession over a conspiracy theory, I understand your pain and your struggle, but at some point, if you don't move and you don't put one foot in front of the other, if you stay frozen in your headquarters, in your basement, you're going to only hurt yourself. Question things, expose things if you need to. Well, find your balance, man. Thank you, Mr. Smith. From Florida. Positive vibes, baby. Excuse me. Nicole, hey, Nicole. Hello, Sam. Good to see you, beautiful. Eric, what's up, brother? I have a 3-year-old, and she loves Peppy Pig. Okay. I'm going bonkers, bro. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I had a viewer named Peppy Pig. But I don't know anything about cartoon stuff. I knew was Barney, Transformers, Thundercats. I used to like Thundercats, but I don't know nothing about Peppy Pig. What I can tell you is this, guys. There's a lot of guys that watch cartoon porn. It's called like Henta Mama. Like I thought Henta Mama, there used to be a person on my live feed that her name or his name was Henta Mama. I thought that meant like Spanish for hot mama. That means like cartoon porn. So guys, I don't know what you're into. I ain't into that, man. Showgirls. I have a Samsung A50. It's not 5G. I wanted the 10 plus, but glad didn't buy it. Heard it was lousy. Thank you, Showgirls. Love and respect to you and your daughter. I just bought last week a Samsung S20 Plus. It's 5G and I love it. Do I have microwaves? Do I have the FBI following me? No. But any phone that you have, even if it's a Nextel flip phone, any phone that you have has a chip in it, GPS, and if the government wants you, they can get you, okay? So guys, the government has nuclear weapons. Your phone is your voluntary implanted chip. You use it because it makes your life more convenient and better, okay? You're watching this live feed probably on a phone. So you can't say that 5G is a conspiracy theory and you're watching on your phone. Even if you have a 4G or 3G, you're still being monitored probably to a certain degree. It's life. It's like you stay frozen, you watch cartoon porn, or you move forward. I recommend you move forward. Shout out to, I'll say Flake. Fist pound, thank you. Kim Jong-un. I'm not banning anything. I believe in free speech. I can just see it happen. Well, you got to have boundaries. I ban people not because I want to shoot down their free speech, but I block people out of my real life and on social media because I want a healthy mind. And if someone keeps dumping even like with my mom, I told her, Mom, I love you, I respect you, but stop dumping your worry on me. There's some old ladies on this live chat. They come in here, they obsess over me like I'm their son. And they say, Sam, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. I said, look, cut that shit out. I don't need that. Okay. I dated a hot Asian MILF, and she used to act like she's my mom. I said, look, I'm dating you because I'm in a stepmom porn. Okay. But I don't need another mother. Okay. So what I can tell you is this. Don't let someone else put their negativity in your space. You got to have boundaries. Okay. With your family and with your friends and with your social media friends. Why? Guys, you got to keep your sanity in this crazy world, man. This world crazy as hell. People watching cartoon porn and everything, man. Crazy. But I'm not mad at you. Do I stand with the right to watch cartoon porn? You damn right. Guys, I will go on the footsteps of Capitol Hill and I will fight for your right to watch cartoon porn. Okay, because I stand with freedom. Okay. However, guys, don't bust my chops. All right, come on. From Florida, have you ever deal with those gold diggers? They're too much. All of a sudden, they see a nice car, Gucci, and usually kind of girls. Well, look, I used to play the game. I remember telling a girl I was a real estate developer. I remember buying nice cars to impress girls. So you can't buy a nice car to impress a girl and then be mad at her for only liking guys with nice cars. Guys, you're going to buy a nice car and she's going to end up banging some guy with a beat up Honda Civic. The bottom line is, if you're confident, you don't care if you're driving a Jeep or Range Rover. However, if you want a nice car, there's nothing wrong with a nice car. But guys, the most beautiful women I've ever dated, they're insecure. The tall guy with a nice ass that's working out in Planet Fitness, he's insecure, okay? That's why two insecure people find each other, hate each other, then they date some sensitive guy or some ugly chick as a rebound, then they totally use them as an emotional tampon, then they leave them, then they become men going their own way or bitter women online, and then they go back to the disaster who's driving a Honda Civic or a nurse she's compassionate when she's taking care of you, but she'll want to kill you and date the guy with the nice ass. Guys, a relationship is risky, okay? You got to own your life, okay? And if you don't want to deal with the drama, be single. I'm single for life, guys. It don't matter if I drive a 1992 Jetta, okay? Why? Because, guys, I want to be single. I got to beat some of these psychopaths online. They want to get with me, okay? The transgenders want to get with me, okay? The old chicks want to get with me. And even the big girls coming at me heavy. Guys, I'm a YouTube star. Okay. What I can tell you is I'm beating them off with sticks. I'm trying to be single. Now you say, Sam, that's not fair. What if they were hot? Guys, I already told you. If Jennifer Lopez came up to my car right now and said, Sam, I want to date you. I want to dump Alex Rodriguez. I want to date you. I said, J-Lo, I think you're a beautiful woman. However, I know you've been divorced 3 times and every relationship you had ended in a total disaster. So what I'll tell you is, we can have sex. You can give me $1 million super chat, but after that, you got to go, okay? Because ain't no room in a Jeep Renegade for me and you, okay? Shout out to her, okay? Let's continue reading. Mr. Smith? Yeah, throw that soup out. The old ladies give it to you because I think that's a conspiracy theory. I do. Never trust the old lady, man. That's true. From Florida, I support you saying, my brother. I appreciate that. But I just got a new i11 yesterday. Congratulations. It does say 5G. Congratulations. I got 5G too. I was worried about it. Don't worry about it, brother. Just live your life, man. You're okay. Yeah, fucking gotta live. That's right. Man, I hope we get some direct deposit soon. I'm not mad at that. Hey, guys, corporations got billions. Least they can do is give you a couple thousand. Clause. How do you handle the address for your driver's license car plates? Can you use Thousand Trails? You can get stuff delivered at Thousand Trails, but there's several programs depending on how you want to do it. Escapees is one mailing program that you can get an address. There's different ways to do it. Everyone has their own way. I'm not going to give legal advice, but I will just say Escapees is one way. It's like an RV address place that I think their headquarters in Texas. But there's different programs like that you can use to get a home base. But you have to decide which state is going to be your domicile address, and then you have to research within that state what are the parameters to legally do it. Each state is different. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the ins and outs. You can get packages delivered to Thousand Trails, But Thousand Trails address cannot be like your legal tax address. That you have to figure out yourself. Let's continue. From Florida. I just can't deal with the cold, bro. Me neither. I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for my mom. I'm still stuck on that fact. I love Florida, man. Shout out to Florida. Man, you know, guys, Florida's where it's at, man. For me. Some people hate Florida. I love Florida. Bob Wells hate Florida. That's why I tell you, go fuck Bob Wells, man. I love Florida, man. I love Florida with passion. We never vote first place Trump Apprentice TV show. We never vote him. Well, I didn't vote for him. Again, he's done some things good, some things I totally dislike. You know, sometimes he has a press conference like tonight, and I like his press conference. Sometimes I totally hate what he's saying, and I think it's a scumbag move. I look at his policy. Some policies help, but really he hasn't helped the average person. He hasn't. And today, like he rescinded, he took away the policy for like cars to have higher emissions. So you know what that means? More pollution. Guys, okay? So the CEO of Hess already said pollution matters and global climate change is real. Now, how much? It's all debatable. But you don't want to debate on climate change. You want to debate on healthcare. Healthcare is the number one cause of bankruptcy in America. You want to debate on minimum wage. You want to debate on retirement fund. You want to debate the fact that the middle class has been shrinking for decades under all presidents. And that's what Trump said he was going to fix. You want to debate on trade. When we negotiated the last trade deal, we didn't get iPhones built in America. We didn't get infrastructure built in America. We gave subsidies to our farmers, which already had them, and we got China to buy more pork. That's what you want to debate Trump on. The facts that the policy of building more stuff in America, of increasing minimum wage, of increasing our health care coverage, especially now in a pandemic. So guys, right now in a pandemic, if you get laid off, yeah, you're going to get a $1,200 check, but you don't have health insurance. Because as soon as you get laid off, your health insurance is gone in America. That's the number one cause of bankruptcy. So if you slip and fall on your way to get a Hot Pocket out of the microwave so you can go online and tell someone about how bad 5G is, don't use it. All of a sudden, you don't have health care. Now you're screwed. Gotta be careful. Nora. Hey, Sam. Getting here late. That's all right. Well, it's good. I'm trying to do the best I can, try and get through this pandemic. God bless you. From Florida. Hey, Norma. Forgive me for saying the name wrong. Christina. I'm late. That's okay. U.S. patent, and they should give a bunch of numbers. May 22nd, 2007, coronavirus. Oh, you trying to say it started then with Bill Gates? Yeah, I think Alex Jones talking about that. Bill Gates, 2001. And then she gave another date of October 18th, 2019, simulation of pandemic. Well, I did watch the video of Bill Gates on TED Talk. You can look it up on YouTube. Bill Gates TED Talk pandemic. About 5 years ago, so he did a TED Talk video on YouTube about one of the biggest crises that could face humanity is a pandemic. And so that's how a lot of people are tying that conspiracy to what's going on. The facts are, we don't know, period. And all we know is we can't go to Starbucks, we can't go to the gym. So all you can do is navigate what you know you can do. But I'm not mad at you questioning those things, but at a certain point, you just have to let go a little bit and just live your life. But I hear you. From Florida, don't order anything off Amazon. Well, if you do, use my Amazon link in the video description, okay? Buy anything you want, put in a cart, check it out later. I get a small commission off that, guys. I'm trying to purchase my own healthcare. A month behind, the makeup products are fake, and that's just the advantage of Jeff Bezos. Well, hey, man, Jeff Bezos got caught with the pussy trap, okay? Because what I could tell you is he was married. He found some hot MILF, banged her, lost half his net worth, and he's still the wealthiest guy in America. What was Jeff Bezos before he invented Amazon? He was a hedge fund manager. So he knows the game, guys. He's a rich dude. Tomasco. Supposedly an earthquake just hit here in Boise. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Shout out to Boise, Idaho. Flake, what's up, brother? Big respect from England. Shout out to the UK, man. Big respect to you also, man. Love and respect back. Shout out to everyone overseas, man, especially if you're going through tough times, man. Love and respect. Thank you, Flake. Xander, what's up, brother? Hey, Sam. Probably best you aren't in Florida. Let me continue to read. Thank you. Parking lots are packed. Yeah, that's true. But let me continue to read. Full at stores, which are still open. Too many people still aren't taking it seriously. Good comment, brother. Great to see you. Shout out to my Floridians. Look, if I was in Florida, I definitely wouldn't be stealth camping anymore. And I couldn't be at my state parks. I would have to be at 1,000 Trails in Orlando or the Peace River. There's another one in Wildwood, Florida, but I really don't mess with that. Too far up north. So Yeah, man. I mean, that I would have to just hunker down in a Thousand Trails camping ground because you can't stealth park anymore. Like you can't be in a parking lot of a Planet Fitness or whatever. I wouldn't think. Now I don't know because like in my travels in Florida, like sometimes when I was stealth park at some of those spots, obviously if it's an all night gym or something, they let it slide depending on what town you're in. So I know a lot of homeless people that they would stealth park in those spots, and the cops in that town would be cool as long as you respected the environment. So like now with the pandemic, like some of the homeless people I knew down there, I don't know if the cops are made them leave the parking lot because like that's all they had to go. So I don't know. I'm interested like to see when I get back down there how they were affected. From Florida, this world's crazy. Well, yeah, Tupac has a song about that. It's Crazy World. Chris B. Can't do can excuse me, Chris B. Can do it with China's research on Mars space travel. Testing to collapse lungs to be able for humans to make the trip. Are you saying so you think it's like a research thing to test the human capacity of the lung? I didn't hear that one. Thank you for the comment. From Florida. Corona everywhere. Oh, I hear that. Rob, I wonder how many people will be homeless after this. Well, right now it's less than 1% of society. Like I say, 350 million, I think, people live in America. Less than 1% are homeless. So less than 1% of society is going to die from the coronavirus. So I don't think that the homeless population will rise much. I don't. Because even if it doubled or tripled, that's still what? 1 to 3% of society. Still very small percentage. Most people, the vast majority, will always want to live a conforming standard life. That's true. Because most people look, they have kids and a family. Most people aren't loners. That's why a lot of people I meet on the road, even though they're great people, there's a certain mindset, or there's a mental issue or a physical issue. You're odd a little bit. I'm odd a little bit. It's like, not too many people want to be by themselves in their car or whatever. So it's weird. It's different, man. Tomasco, earthquake, trauma fund. Well, damn it, brother. Natural disaster supplemental super chat. I appreciate that shout out. Boise, Idaho, home of the potato. And what I can tell you is this, brother, they may not have an abundance of Latino MILFs like South Florida, but damn it, you got the potato. So guys, when there's conspiracy theories out there and you're up all night and you're trying to figure out, do you trust 5G phones? Eat yourself a Idaho potato. Put a potato emoji in a live chat to support Boise, Idaho. And damn it, take a leap of faith and restart your 5G phone and use it all night long. God bless you. Let's take a hydration break. Boise, Idaho in the house. Thank you, brother. James, what's up, man? Eric Nomadic Fanatic is the real guru. He is the prophet for many RVers. For many people, he is. I mean, I definitely watched him a lot in the beginning of my channel. Him, Bob Wells, and also there was a guy, Rusty, I watched from Texas. So, like everyone, no one is a master. Like even Jesus said, don't let anyone call you a master, a guru, a father. Or what. Everyone's just human. He has some good things, some things about, I think he's slightly racist. He's got the Confederate flag on one of his playlists, and he's made several comments. Like I know he's very conservative at times. So I don't like some of the things he does. However, he panders to the crowd. Yes, he got to make money off YouTube. I understand. I'm not mad at him. And I do acknowledge he's helped me in the beginning of my journey. He was once living out of a van. I like that. But I watched him. I watched his video today that he upgraded his Thousand Trails camping membership to whatever they call it, an elite package. So I like him. I watch him. But, you know what I mean? A little suspect too. But some people like same thing with me. They like some things about me, but they don't like all. So I'm a YouTuber and I'm a YouTube watcher. So I understand both sides of the coin. Yvette, good to see you. Cricket's given 10G for the next 60 days. Yeah, there's a couple like side, like Verizon has like a there's a couple like Verizon offshoot companies. I don't know who Cricket's owned by. I think Cricket's owned by AT&T. But there's like these offshoot companies that from anywhere from like $25 a month to whatever, you can get a certain package for free. Now, I pay about $80 a month for my unlimited phone with Sprint, and then I finance a phone, which is about another $40 a month. But I could tether it, I could use it as a hotspot, and it helps. So living on the road, that's been a blessing. Good to see you, Vet. Rob, are there many homeless in Florida like California? Yes, not like California. Why does California have the highest homeless population? Not because of the policies, because of the temperature. It's a mild, warm temperature for the majority of the year. Florida gets very hot in the summer. So in the winter, there's tons of nomads. Some are homeless, some are RVers. Okay. But Florida definitely has a high homeless population. Now, per percentage, New York City has the highest homeless population. You say, Sam, how can that be true? Because New York City gets cold. Because New York City has more people. So it's a percentage, right? And if you go walk through the streets of Manhattan, which I have, you'll see a lot of homeless. So bottom line is, wherever there's more people, there's going to be more homeless. However, homeless people tend to follow the weather. Because what do you need when you're homeless? You need weather that accommodates you surviving outside. So Florida, California, Texas, the southern states, they're going to have a lot of that. But I would say definitely California is probably known as it because of the climate. Florida has a lot more than New Jersey, definitely. You're going to see a lot. I see a lot more panhandlers, a lot more homeless, a lot more people on the street in Florida than I do New Jersey. Now, it all depends what part. Like if you go to a city or a poor part, it's like, but on average, I see more homeless in Florida than New Jersey. That's true. Will, why don't we just work out at home if it affects our immune system? Well, I know I don't have a home, number one, but I agree with you. If I had a home, I would be working out at home. I went to Walmart to look at like the weights I could put in my car to work out because my whole muscle tissue is gone. If you have a home and you can work out at home, I will go to Walmart and get you some weights. I agree. James, Kelly said you can use this shower. Well, I hear you, man, but I don't take people up on favors, man. Because next thing you know, I'm taking a shower. Then I get out the shower. Kelly comes out the room, sees some big chick with a lisp, and next thing I know, she's like, "Hey, inspirational nomad, I'll let you use my shower. Now you got eat my ass." And she wants me to toss her salad because she gave me a free shower. And I told her, "Well, back up, all right." And what I don't even eat soup from old chicks that leave it on my doorstep. I'd rather spend $12 at a truck stop than go into someone's home and get something for free. Why? Because what I've learned in life is there's some great people that even offered me on this channel, offered me accommodations, and I'll never forget that. But I'm sharing with you, my honest view is I'd rather be by myself. That's how I am. Now, some people can accept that, some people can't. Some people actually hate that you don't take them up on their free offer. Well, guys, look, I saw the movie Misery. The movie Misery back in the day was some like big chick who took some guy hostage, and next thing you know, he went to her house for a free shower, and he was tied up to the bed, and this big chick went crazy on him. Guys, I don't want to be part of that movie, man. Now that's a conspiracy, man. I ain't fucking with that. From Florida, I can't wait for this coronavirus to become old news. I hear you, King. What's up, man? Oh snap, bro. I didn't know you were living in your car. Oh, you're full-time at 3 years. From Florida, there's a bunch of homeless people in Florida, especially downtown Orlando. I spend most of my time on the coast, but there's definitely a lot of homeless people. Yeah, no doubt. Chris, silly humans didn't figure it out yet. Our turn, filthy bags of water. Okay, thank you for the comment. SS Fitness, I believe the government planned this, okay? They want to cut down the population. I mean, it's interesting. I've heard that put out there, and especially kill out the older population. But I don't know if I believe it. I don't know. I'm just honest with you guys. I don't know. So I just try to focus on what I can control. But I hear you. Free Spirit, what's up, man? Sam, what's going on, brother? I'm doing the best I can. How was your day? It was a positive day. It's cloudy and cold in New Jersey. Next week, at the end of next week, it's finally going to get in the 60s. So if I stay in New Jersey that long, praise the Lord. How are you, brother? Xander, buckle up. From Florida, this is going to be with us for a while. Yeah, it sounds like it based on what I'm hearing at the press conferences, but we'll see. We'll get through it. Lala, the virus is going to over people walking on the beach. They shut down a lot of beaches, guys, even in New Jersey. Baseball games, number one key, closed all restaurants. A lot of small businesses are hurting, man. October, I started back up again. This sucks. I feel you. From Florida, hey, Xander. King, at SS Fitness. They are the elites. Want 1 billion on Earth by 2030. Yeah, that's interesting. Right now, I looked it up. There's 7.5 billion people in the world, the entire world. So you say they want to get that down to 1 billion? Damn. Well, more milfs for me if I make it. Hey guys, if I make it to the 1 billion, it's like, when you get picked for a basketball team, like if I make it on a team, I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm shooting. So if there's some Latino milfs left, I'm shooting my game, man. I'm shooting my shot. Tom, hey Sam, what's up, brother? One finger up, brother. Shout out to North California. King, biochemical warfare. I've heard that one. I kind of bought into that initially. Now, is that truth? I don't know. But I thought about that one. Alexander from Florida. Hey, from Florida, laughing. A month of quarantine, spring break in 2 weeks. It's a lot to take in, man. It really is. Life changed quick. Hey, Apathy, great to see you. God bless you. Apathy sold her house before this disaster. Thank God. Now, will the housing market go back up? It may. It may skyrocket. But right now, there's no open houses allowed. So thank God that if you wanted to sell, you sold. And if you didn't, hang in there. Times will go better again. Apathy. Hey, Sam, good to see you. It's a blessing to see you. Almost over 100 checking you tonight. I'm very thankful for that. I don't take people for granted. I'm thankful. Curious, do you regret being a nomad right now? No. Good question. I do not regret being a nomad, but I do regret not buying that home base in Florida this winter. Both of them, the RV lot or that small tiny home, I think I would have did better buying that. And then I also regret maybe not buying the Corrado last year. But now, if hurricane season comes and that community gets wiped out, then I say, well, God works everything out. But right now, I do not regret being a nomad, but I do regret this past winter. I did a video about an RV lot and about a tiny home, and I regret not buying one of them. I do. So now that may change, but that's how I feel tonight. The good question. SS Fitness. They want the population cut down around 500,000 people. Up on it. Well, that'd be a lot. But maybe. But also back to the Nomad thing. Yeah, I don't even know if I regret not buying something. But I may get a travel trailer after this. But I do feel great. Here's the thing. To all my homeowners or nomads, me personally, with no kids, I feel great not being committed to a mortgage or a long-term rent. And I have a peace, even though I'm struggling a little bit to get amenities. I like living simple, guys. And I do not regret my primitive life. And I think that's very important. I make trade-offs, though. I try not to glorify my life. I mean, for some people think my life is a scumbag life. Some people think it's like this glorious thing. It's just what I like to do based on this time of my life. But I like being as free as possible. That's true. Manu, what's up, man? Phrase of the day. I'm not a number. I'm a free man. That goes back to I like being as free as possible. I do. Like my man K4 from Jacksonville used to tell me, I think it was in the Quran. He said, Sam, live like a traveler. And I say, amen, brother. I agree with that. This world ain't my home. I'm just traveling through, man. King. Bro, are you living in your car? Yes, full time. Apathy. I would be stressing if I had young children. Well, definitely. Look, my heart goes out to pregnant women and people have young children because it's a scary time because you worry about your children. I can understand that. Justin laughing. King. Thank you, Justin. King. They started us on the chip by putting it in your phones and cards. I agree, but I still like to use it. Having a phone and a smartphone has made my life better. I like virtual relationships. I like looking things up online, whether it's information or porn or fun. And I like credit cards rather than cash. So even though they may have some conspiracy theory behind them as far as monitoring population, I like them. And I'm glad that I use them. So it is a level of a balance. King, imagine women that are having kids or pregnant. Yeah, it's a tough time for them. My heart goes out to them. That's true, man. King laughing. From Florida. Let's go. I'm not mad at that. King from Florida. What's up? From Florida. Say, if you're from Florida, I'm from Florida. Showgirls, that 5G is supposed to be 100 times faster. It's pretty fast. It's good because I could talk on the phone and I could look up online at the same time. So I'm liking it. So far, so good. From Florida. Hey, King. What's up, bro? King. Heart chain. Florida. Heart chain with you. King. Sam. You should give out some wrenches. I want one. I appreciate that. I may one day, but I don't trust people. Just like I'm a little paranoid. I'm a little conspiracy theory. Like people got fake profiles. Like when an old lady, when I lived in the community and I would do work at an old lady's house, she would leave soup on my doorstep. So I would look at the soup, like I would tell her thank you. I would throw it out and I would tell her it tastes great. Because in my mind, I was paranoid. Like, I'm a little bit paranoid to give someone a wrench because they could be someone I blocked 2 days ago and now they came in, act nice to me. They want a wrench and then they're going to put havoc in the life feed. So I'll be honest with you. I'm not at that point where I'm ready to trust someone with a wrench. Okay. But I appreciate the offer, man. Brent, what's up, brother? I appreciate you, man. Brent has been nothing but kind and support to me. This brother offered a lot of generosity to me, even though, again, I'm a loner and I don't take people up on it. I still appreciate his offer. He's been a great supporter for a long time, one of my patrons. He goes, I bought my townhome in December. Right now, I'm not sure if it was such a good decision. That's all right, brother, because I'm stuck in Canada until May. It's empty. Well, all I know about you, Brent, is that you've been unbelievably kind and encouraging and smart. So for me, I always look at that when someone comes from a pure place, and I don't know you, I ain't put you on a pedestal, but when someone comes from a pure place, I believe it will all work out for you. Okay. So, like I say, I got regrets in my own life. All I can tell all the positive people out there, Brent included, is we have to go forward. Okay. And that's kind of linked to the topic tonight of conspiracy theory. We can't go backwards in life, and we can't overthink life, and we can't live in fear, and we can't doubt ourselves too much. Because I'm not saying you can't question things, but at a certain point in life, the only way to keep your sanity and to keep healthy is to keep moving forward. And regrets or questioning yourself after it's done, it just brings us backwards. So for all my positive people out there, Brent included, man, just know that decision, whatever it was, is behind you now. Your dream was to spend more time in Florida. You walk closer to that dream. So no matter what, you step forward to a better life. This will pass. Things will go forward. You'll figure it out. You'll be fine. Keep pushing forward, brother, and thank you for your love and support. Showgirls, if you pick a guy by his car, well, you're a bozer. Well, I have to be fair. Like, when you're young, you're going to do a lot of immature things. I did. Like, I'll pick a chick by her looks. Now, I won't date a chick because I told you I won't date J-Lo. I won't date anyone. I like to be by myself. But I can't bash women if I'm not going to bash men. There are immature, manipulative women, and there's immature men that are shallow. There's both. And so that's why I always tell you, it takes two to tango. So what are you telling me, Sam? Are you telling me I should date some big chick I'm not attracted to? Or if you were a girl, you go, what are you telling me, Sam? Should I date some short guy that I really don't like and I don't think he has good genes? Guys, I think a lot of people should be single. I think you should only date and be with people you vibe with. You'll have to determine the rest. But the relationship should be based on shared values, passion, attraction, but mutual respect. Okay? And when you get in a relationship, you have to accept that you're taking a risk. And if it doesn't go right, you can't beat each other up. You have to own it, and then you have to move forward. You can't go backwards. So that would be my overall relationship advice for tonight. Good job. Manny, laughing. I'm laughing my butt off. Good. Laughter good for the soul, man. This is funny. Well, I'm glad I can make you laugh. From Florida, Terry, that's the vibe. From Florida, vibe. Yeah, I like vibes. Fleek, bro, I'll subscribe. Thank you. Then literally unsubscribe. Well, that's okay. Do you? The second you said that you wouldn't get with J-Lo. Well, that's how you got to do you, man. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to date J-Lo and become her fourth guy that she got divorced with just to keep a subscriber. Guys, that's why I live simple. That's why I live free. Now, I know you're joking. I'm going to read the rest of your comment, but this is important to me. There's a reason I live primitive and free, because I don't want to be on the hook to anyone. Like Nomadic Fanatic, the reason we just got to tap dance for all the ugly women that live vicariously through him is because that he depends, like, the only way to feed himself is his YouTube channel. Guys, I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to show appreciation for those who support me. But I'll be damned if I'm going to start sucking dick or kissing ass to keep people on my channel. Because, whoa, I ain't doing that, man. Nope, not going to do it. I'll balance it. I try to show people respect. But I got to be myself, especially in this creative venture. And if I tell you I ain't going to date J-Lo, I ain't going to date her. And I'll tell you right now, that's how I feel tonight. Let's continue. And then he goes, he unsubscribed when he heard I wouldn't date J-Lo. Can't lie, you had me fooled, laughing. You definitely got woman issues, Small Willie. Well, hey, Flake, man, I don't know any positive, secure man or woman that would bash or try to demean someone else based on what their personal preference is. So to me, it sounds like you are an abuser, an emotional abuser, and you like to try to project your insecurities on someone else because either you like drama, you've been abused, or you do abuse. So for me, thank you for showing me who you are. I believe you, and I don't want you in my life. Because, guys, I don't know if you know, uh, no room in my life for that, man. So I'm not insecure. I don't need you in my life. But I read your comment, and I will block you. Once I can find you, we'll figure it out. You're gone. King, J-Lo is a man. It's possible. That's a conspiracy theory out there. Showgirls. You can get a P.O. box, and they will give you a street address. You can use shipping. Just ask for postmaster. Illinois. Your phone is your voluntary implant chip. It's true. It's downplayed, but it's scary truth. You figured it out, brother. From Florida. China is done with coronavirus. Like, just how? Well, yeah, you can't really trust China's numbers because China doesn't have a free press. That's true. Showgirls. They don't lay off. It's called furlough. And that's a good point. To some extent, there's a little bit different variable. Tomasco, your voice is sounding better. I'm very thankful for that. I love Drive. Great to see it. God bless you. Keep moving forward in your life. Never go back to an unhealthy relationship because trust when someone shows you who they are because that's who they are. Like Maya Angelou used to say. Easy Rider. Sam, you need to go on Joe Rogan's or Uncle Joey's podcast. It would be epic. If they wanted to virtually beam me in, but I'm not going to go to their studio. Why? The same reason I ain't going to date J-Lo. I'm a loner. So if they want to like virtual like me in, that's fine. But I don't have to kiss Joe Rogan and ask for more subscribers. Why? Because guys, I'm doing it on the side, man. I'm not going to sell my soul to Joe Rogan, J-Lo, or anyone else. And I damn sure ain't going to California just to go on his podcast, man. Let him come on my channel, man. That's how I feel tonight. God bless you. Showgirls. Amazon and Instacart is on strike. I saw that. I told you days ago about Amazon. You did. My orders have still not opened or shipped. Really? Postponed 30 days. They're backlogged. I heard they're hiring a bunch of people. Amazon. Good comment, Showgirls. Oh, that's a great job from Florida. You put the orange into Florida. William, homeless shelters will give you a permanent address. I didn't know that. You can get mail from there. Good comment. Driver's license, food stamps, etc. Well, thank you, William, for that information. I had one of my viewers, Gail, she's 68. She went to a homeless shelter in Massachusetts. She didn't really like it. Like they stole her cell phone. It was a disaster. But that's what they told her in general terms. Like if you stay, you can get some resources. So yeah, each person will have to depend on their situation, their state, their shelter, if it's worth staying to get the resources they need. So, but that's a good comment. Thank you for sharing. Sonia, what's up? Do you think companies will pull out of China manufacturing? No. I think even now we're getting some ventilators or some medical supplies from China. The national anthem is Cream. Cash rules everything around me by Wu-Tang. In a capitalist society, the definition of capitalism is you operate for a profit. That's why all your products are made in China, because we want to maximize profits in America. America's owned by corporations, not by the people. So until you have serious reform, and that's what Donald Trump does not offer us, until you get serious reform and not pandering about farmers, talking real serious about building the iPhone in America, building the pharmaceutical drugs in America. 80% of our pharmaceutical drugs are made in China. Hopefully, this will give future generations or future leaders the evidence, the political will to reform the country. Now, you don't want to leave China or other countries destitute, because what we learned through World War I and World War II is if you just isolate yourself to nationalism, that's what brings upon the really nasty leaders such as Hitler. After World War I, Germany was in free fall. And Hitler originally offered like social services to build back up his country. Then he morphed into, obviously, the distasteful, humane disgrace of trying to wipe out, certain people. Okay, so, but he was able to come to power through the vacuum left in society, where we have to look at every country, China, Russia, Afghanistan, everywhere, where you can't just let them totally like go to shit, because eventually that comes back to roost in your own home. We are all connected on this globe as humanity. And that's what we learned through world wars. You can't let one country just totally go crap, because it becomes a breeding ground for either terrorism or disgraceful humans such as Hitler. And that's how you get horrible events. So I think we should manufacture some things in America more. However, on a global scale in the future, we're going to need a universal global minimum wage. Like, that's really the only way to get fair trade is you need some type of universal global wage reform. Eventually, that's what will have to come to pass. It will. Good comment, King. Florida, good job putting all those different Florida emojis from Florida. Oh, yeah, he put the jersey emoji. You're doing a great job tonight. Tomasco, thank you, brother, for that tip. Oh, man, I missed someone's tip. I'm over here working my ass off. Forgive me, man. I'm all over the place. Gerald, $2 super chat for a presidential campaign. Well, I appreciate that, brother, very much. Now, would I ever want to run for president? Not after. I gotta bang Stormy Daniels. I gotta own Mar-a-Lago. I gotta live a little bit more of my life because I do respect every president, whether Trump, Obama, or whatever. Look, you have to have a certain passion for that. That takes a lot out of your life. And right now, would I want to be quarantined in the White House, like giving press conferences every night? I don't know if I'm ready for that. So I don't want to just say, yeah, like I would do it. And I want to show respect to people who do it, even if I disagree with them politically. You have to have something in you to want to do that. So right now, I want to refine my thought process, refine a plan for reform. But I also want to bang some more Latino MILFs and buy an RV before I become president. That's true. Thank you, brother, for the super chat, Joe. Now let's continue. Where are we at? Tomasco, thank you, brother, too. King says potato. Tomasco, 6.5 on Richter scale. Epicenter, 151 kilometers. Oh, from northeast of Boise. Damn. And you got 6.5 earthquake in Idaho? That's crazy. From Florida, yeah, gave the potato emoji. Good job. King said Tado, I love the drive. Cricket is giving 10G for the next 60 months, 60 days free. Yeah, that's interesting. There's a lot of like offshoot brands that are doing stuff like that. Thank you. I love the drive. Guys, I appreciate if you click that thumbs up too from Florida. Mississippi is a very poor state. That's true. Followed by Alabama. That's true. Followed by Kentucky and Tennessee. A lot of poverty in those states. That's true. Jay Bird. Hey, Sam. Peace and love to you. Well, peace back to you. Shout out to my fellow Floridian. Isaac. Hey, guys. Good to see you, Isaac. Forgive me for saying the name wrong. For you two, somebody know about the actual cases of coronavirus in China? I don't. I mean, I know that. Let me continue to read your comment. I think the media is lying. Well, China doesn't have free press. So whatever they let out, the government sees that they like those numbers. So like the original person supposedly which started conspiracy theories, there was a Chinese doctor in China that first found the virus and tried and posted on social media platform in China. I forgot what it's called. And then the government cracked down on him. He eventually died from the virus. So there was a lot of conspiracy theories that this Chinese doctor was trying to warn the world, and maybe he exposed a government secret, but then he got killed by the government. So it's out there. Showgirls, I use Straight Talk Unlimited. All for $50 a month. That's a good deal. I got my phone Samsung S50 for free with my points. Good job. I never used for years. Good job, showgirls. You know how to get by on that. That's good. From Florida. Sammy, do you make a new Patreon video every time there's a new Patreon? No, there's a couple levels. I mean, I try to acknowledge all my patrons. Brent, Nick, Kerry, Hank, and Cameron. But obviously, as they grow, there's only so much I could do. But I can't say not for everyone, no. That's pretty much what it is. Yep. Showgirls, you can get weights at Walmart, Dollar General. I got to look into that. Walmart was like sold out. King, bye-bye. Showgirls, secondhand stores are great for weights. That's a good point. But they may have the coronavirus now. From Florida, fact showgirls. King, what is Sammy's story? Would be interesting to hear. Well, I got like 3,000 videos or 2,000 videos on YouTube. So you can look at any one of my playlists. I pretty much give the story of my life. So tonight I've already been on here for hours, so I don't want to, be long-winded, but yeah, in all my videos, you'll see the story of my life for the most part. From Florida, yes, sir. Showgirls. Destiny's like 85 degrees. Great weather in Florida right now. Maria, I really like your live stream. Thank you. Thank you for doing them. Thank you for the comment and thank you for the support, Maria. Charles, do you watch YouTube videos? Yes. And coronavirus news all day? No, not all day. You seem to be caught up on all the drama. No, at night I watch a press conference on the latest, and that'll pretty much, and I watch clips. Okay, so I think if you do that, you can get informed and still live a productive, positive life. So I don't know. What do you do all day? Because if you think I'm caught up on the drama, you know the drama. So either that's a sarcastic comment or you're a negative person and you just don't like me. So, what do you do all day, Charles? I'm interested in that. But you'll probably leave another nasty comment. That's who you are. I understand. Okay? Laughing. From Florida. Drama, baby. Hey, drama sells. But guys, it's like people complain that drama sells, but then they go to drama. I'm not the type of person that stops on the side of the road when someone's pulled over. I keep going. So, it's true. Forgive me for saying the name wrong. X4. Hello again from Northern Ireland. Shout out to Ireland. Ireland flag emoji to you. So, girls. Preacher just got arrested in Tampa. I saw that. For holding huge meetings in church. Reminds me of Jim Jones. Jim Jones was a disgraceful person, I don't know, in the 60s or 70s, that was a pastor, started in the South, went to California, then took a bunch of people to South America. And basically, after a U.S. senator went down there to expose that he was holding people against their will, he committed mass suicide and made people drink Kool-Aid laced with poison. That's where you get the phrase, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Because this corrupt pastor had poisoned the Kool-Aid and made people drink it to die. And if you didn't drink it, he basically had them shot and killed. So you have to know your history. You have to know the information, because if you don't know, then you're not informed. And then you're an ignorant person and say, how do you know all this information? So how do you get all that information? You can watch a video. You can watch a clip. It's like if you read a book all day, what's a video? A video is a visual book. So it's like if someone says you're informed, that means you read a lot, whether you watch something or you read it. So in my day, if you're well versed in something, that means you're informed. It means like you read. If you don't, if you're a dummy that's worried about toilet paper and your gun, okay, it means that you're not informed. Show us. Preacher just got yeah, I read that. Sorry. Rick Falls, what's up, brother? Well, everyone is worried about how they're going to pay rent tomorrow. You're free, Sam. I'm thankful for that, but I also don't have a shower, so it's a give and take. So some people may not want to live like me to drive an hour for a shower. That's true, because that's gas. That's less convenient. So I pay for my life in one way, but I appreciate your comment. I agree. From Florida, Maria Smith, you from Florida? Tom, I like that a lot. Thank you. X4, love your video, Sam. Thank you. P.S. Our son is called Sam. That's a great name. I appreciate that, X4. Shout out to Ireland. Showgirls. King, subscribe to his channel and see his story. He didn't do it because he was poor. Thank you. Obey Jesus. Must repent, accept Jesus, enter heaven. I don't agree with that per se. I believe in Jesus. I went to a church for 10 years. But the problem is the over-religious mind is the same thing as an over-conspiracy mind. It's an obsession. And some of the most corrupt people are going to be religious. There's some good people that are religious. But the First Amendment right of the Constitution says that you can be any religion or no religion. The Puritans came over here from Europe, and if the Native Americans didn't worship Jesus, they would kill him. So what was the difference between them and Osama bin Laden? Not much. So I understand you're not preaching violence, but it's an emotionally violent statement to make. So just like a relationship, people have to willingly come to it. So like out of nowhere, you didn't even tell us about your life, like who you are, what you're doing. I understand like you want to share something possibly good, but like it's like if you just go up to a girl and say, I want to fuck you, you ain't gonna get no ass. So if you just come out of nowhere and say, obey Jesus or die, like you ain't gonna get nobody saved. So what I can tell you is just be yourself, man. The rest, God will figure that out, man. Brent, yeah, I appreciate you sharing this. I read it, but I'm gonna read it again. He brought his townhouse in December right now. He's not sure if it was a good decision. He lives in Canada and may not be able to get back to Florida till May. Well, what I will tell you, look, like I said, and I often think about this when I beat myself up. We can't go backwards. And if you made the decision based on doing something that you had a desire to do, you gave a level of thought to, and you just took a leap of, I mean, part of life is adapting and moving forward, even if it's taking a step backwards, moving closer to what we want to do. And you always have a passion for Florida ever since I met you. That's how we connected. So I know it'll work out for you in the long term. From Florida. Brent, where you from? Justin, laughing good. Rod Share, what's up, man? Rod Shares are killing it right now, man. DoorDash. Sam, how many weeks do you think they could shut everything down for realistically? Good question. Originally, they told us Easter back to business. Now I've heard the middle of May. So I think they'll gradually reopen the country, but not all at once. And now it can change tomorrow. But right now, I think the next major target for a reopening is going to be Memorial Day weekend, which is the last weekend of May. So because that's a big traveling day, it's a big like holiday. But I think if you have a kid in school, I don't think your kid is going back to school this year. So realistically, I think you're going to start to see openings in the end of May, June. But society being back to normal, I don't think that's going to happen until the fall. I could be wrong. That's just my guess. But based on what's out there, that's what I feel. Let's continue to read. Savat, what's up, brother? Shout out to you, man. Good evening. Shout out to all my truck drivers, man. Justin Hart emoji, thank you. From Florida Hart, King Hart. Vlad, what's up, man? Nobody knows futures, and nobody is ready for the worst case. They said the next 2 weeks are going to be hell. That was based on a press conference tonight. Brent, appreciate you, brother. Thanks, Sam. Thank you, man. I'm positive about the future, but stuck right now. That's all right. Peace and love. Remember, Brent and everyone, when you're stuck, self-care more. And it's hard to self-care right now. You can't go to the gym, but go outside for a walk when you can. Tough when you're in Canada. If you got a gym in your house, work out, eat healthy, hygiene, self-care more when you're stuck. It'll help. Forgive me for saying the name wrong. Chirality. Hey, dude. What's up, man? From Florida. Do you have to live in a state to be from there? What if you were born in a state but moved to a different state? Are you still from there where you moved? I got told that a lot. I want to see what you think. Look, it's like we're all visitors in this world. We're all immigrants. We're all travelers in this world, period. So, guys, your home is where your heart is. My heart's in Florida. So, for me, even though I was born in New Jersey, my grandparents are from Italy. Am I from Italy? No. Am I from New Jersey? No, I'm from Florida. Now, really, hopefully I'm from above because I'm trying to go to the big Boca Raton heaven where Latino MILFs just serve me grapes. However, they're paid very well by God. And my man obey Jesus. He's at peace. And everyone here is at peace. And they're getting free 5G wireless. Why? Because that's the type of heaven I want to live. Okay? And don't be mad at that. Brent, glad you don't tap dance. I appreciate that. Thank you, Brent. From Florida. Did I get blocked? I still see it. You didn't get blocked. King. From Florida. I was born in Germany. So I usually say I'm from there. William, credit is king. Wallet Hub. Credit Karma's free. Start now. This will save you thousands in interest. I try to avoid debt. And this is my first year of my life being debt free. But I hear you. Easy Rider. Flake, what a fool. Yeah, he's gone. There's some people, you got to remember, like on YouTube on a live stream, some people are like the psychopath that runs across the football field naked. Like they know they're nuts, but they just want to get tackled or maced by the security guard. It's like everyone else is obeying the rules. They're cheering the team. They're watching the sport. But there's always one psychopath that's going to run across the field butt naked, and they're going to get tackled and tasered. It's just part of human nature. I accept it. So really, our phones are their drones. To some extent, you're right. Gerald, thank you again for that tip, brother. I appreciate it. I'm stripping hard tonight. From Florida. Oh, King, do you live in Florida now? So really, didn't the U.S. and U.K. invented Hitler? I don't know about invent, but after World War I, Germany, from my understanding, was left destitute, and that created a leadership vacuum where Hitler filled it up by at first offering like society services and then morphed into like disgraceful human acts to eliminating certain people and create this like great human race. But it is true that after Hitler, supposedly the American government hired certain Nazi doctors to like pick their brain or whatever. So there are some conspiracy theories that are true. Zelda, see if you have a 5 below, Sam. You can find weights, exercise weights. I'll take a look at that. Thank you. Rainbow emoji to you, Zelda. Free Spirit. Sam, any timeline on when you're heading back down south? Good question. I always said I'm going to evaluate things April 1st. Tomorrow's April 1st as I make this live feed. So it's been like 2 weeks since national emergency. So I think I'll wait 2 more weeks up here and then reevaluate again. Because right now, if I go down to Florida, the only thing I'm really going to be able to do is go right to 1,000 Trails and stay there. I mean, I could go to the beach during the day, but a lot of those are closed and the beach parks are closed. So right now, we're in a weird place, man. And most of South Florida is locked down. Easy Rider, shake them haters off. I will, and I appreciate the encouragement. Lenny, aliens, reptilians, people, conspiracy theory Florida for years. The Hunger Games Agenda 21, I heard about that. And the microchip, the body, and the cashless society. That'd be enough conspiracy for me. Well, hey, man, I'm just trying to have a little fun before it all ends, Charles. Here we go. Why are you even in my live at, man? Just get out of here. From Florida. Thanks, advice on YouTube. Thank you. Tom, what do you think about 21 million Chinese disappeared from Jan to March? I don't know. Like I say, it's hard to trust. It's a good point. I don't know. That's the answer. Because it's hard to trust what comes out of the country because they don't have a free press. Even in a country like America where we have a free press, we say most of it's fake news and some of it is. So it's tough to believe anything. Good question. Vlad, Jesus is dead. I hear you. I believe in Jesus. I believe in the hope. I try not to be religious anymore, but the faith has helped me in life. So I'd be a hypocrite to say that Jesus, like that spirit I feel is still alive within me. But I understand, the counterbalance to ultra religion. But I have to speak true on what I feel. Gilbert, good evening all. What's up, brother? Shout out to Queens. Good to see you, Gilbert. Be logic, facts, thank you. From Florida. This is my favorite part of my day, honestly. Well, I appreciate that. King, what's the baddest chick you've ever slept with? What'd she look like? I don't know if I can say like she looked like anyone. But I've been blessed to date some beautiful women. And I'm just thankful for that. And some women have shown me kindness. And some have broken my heart. And I've broken some hearts. So overall, I could just say that I've been blessed to have some just friends, some lovers. I've been blessed to know some good women. And some were a disaster, but it's all part of life. From Florida. Charles, don't be mean, Sammy. That's okay. I could take it. It's just a psychopath running across the field who wants attention. Because, guys, no one who's happy with their life leaves sarcastic comments and negative. They hate their life. And they want you to hate them because if they can't have your love, they want your hate. If they can't be on the football team playing, they're going to run across the field and get tasered by a security guard. I know the psychopath's mindset, and I'm not impressed. They don't want to get help, and I'm not going to pander to them. Tomasco, at Gilbert. Hey, Gilbert. Walmart in Boise had restock canned goods, frozen and ramen. No toilet paper, though. My man, graciously vegan. You look like I don't know what that means. It's an interesting comment, though. I don't know what you look like because you don't have a profile picture. So that must mean you're insecure. From Florida. Best channel on YouTube, man. Well, I got 3 million views. I did a video every day. So some people don't understand. I'm going to show up every day, no matter what. Milano, Sammy, hello to you, brother. Shout out to you and Emilio, and I appreciate you. Florida, you're the best also. My man, Taffy, what's up, brother? Bro, I just heard about that. I know you were in Idaho. My man just told me about that. It was in the live chat. X4. We just had a 6.5 earthquake. I heard about that. Tomasco said that. Here in Idaho, shit popping. 2020, man, natural disaster, man. Shout out to everyone in Idaho, man. Love to you, Taffy. Great to hear from you, brother. All right, got Jaguar, bro. Good to see you, man. Shout out to everyone who's positive. Love to you. Keep moving forward as best you can. We can't go backwards. Appreciate you, Blue Lily. We go forward. We do the best we can. And we can't live in fear all our lives. We got to trust some things. Shout out to you, showgirls and your daughter. God bless.